What is up, nation? Today let's talk about GameStop's upcoming Black Friday sale and the best way to secure your console from them, and Sony's comments on future restock waves before the end of the year. Alright everyone, so today I want to cover a couple different topics in relation to the PlayStation 5 stock news. We have the Walmart stock drop happening tonight. That has yet to happen at the time of filming this video, but I wanted to put another video out for GameStop because I know a lot of people have commented that GameStop is going to be their fallback plan if Walmart does not work out for whatever reason tonight. So I want to share a couple tips that you can do today, starting today, to actually make sure that if it's worth it for you to go camp at your local GameStop or not, and what time you may have to show up. Obviously, that's just going to be speculation, but I want to share those tips and tricks with you guys. And then I also want to talk about Sony's new comment that just came out today about the PlayStation 5 being the most successful launch they've ever had, which obviously doesn't feel like the case if you're still hunting for the console, but as far as the total numbers, it has apparently been the biggest console launch in history. But the good news about the tweet is that they did share that more stock will be coming to retailers before the end of the year. Now, before we do hop into all the details, I just wanted to quickly invite everybody to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy the content today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we're in the PlayStation 5 generation. With that, guys, let's dive into the details. So the first thing I want to talk about is something that you can do today to make sure if it's going to be worth it or not for you to camp out at your GameStop, because historically we have seen GameStop put posters on their window and actually confirm ahead of time the amount of stock that they will have at that store. So my thinking is they're obviously closed tomorrow. This is not a guarantee that every GameStop will do this, but we have seen the vast majority do it in the past. And so what you could do is you could actually take some time out of your day today and go there after store closing or around store closing. Ideally, maybe even get there maybe about an hour before they close and see if you can actually have a conversation with the employee or a manager, or maybe even just call them if nothing else. But if you make that trip today to make sure that they're getting stock and how much stock they're going to be receiving, that will be the best thing you can do to make sure if it's going to be worth it for you to go show up early or camp overnight or whatever that plan may be for you. Now, we don't know what the actual stock level is going to look like, other than we know that there is a minimum of 2 consoles per location. Now, my thinking is that if GameStop is a national chain like they are, it would make a lot of sense for them to state something like 2 consoles minimum, because there's obviously going to be GameStops in very small rural towns that don't have large populations, and we're probably going to see, you know, the 2 consoles, maybe 3 or 4 in those towns. But my hope is that in the larger cities that you have more in the realm of 10, 15, or maybe even upwards of 20 consoles. Now, the other thing that you need to keep in mind is that this is 1 per customer, and that it's also going to be the Series X as well. So you might, you know, if you roll up to a GameStop and you see on their window that they have 8 and there's 8 people in line, and you just think that you're the 9th person, so it doesn't make sense for you to camp out, it might be worth talking to the other people in line to figure out which console they're there to buy. Now, the overwhelming majority is probably going to be the PlayStation 5, but there's a chance that you might be talking to somebody in line that's lining up for the Series X only, and if that's the case, you might still be that extra person that could walk away with your console because they're going to not purchase that PlayStation 5 essentially. Now, you're basically just taking their word for it, but it is something that you can implement as a strategy to at least check with them and not just give up because you saw 8 people in line and then the window sign poster says that there's only 8 PS5s in stock. So definitely try that. Do be safe if you guys try to go camp out. I don't know if security guards will let it happen everywhere. There's a chance that they won't let camping happen, but I haven't heard officially that they won't. I'm sure people are going to kind of do it either way, but you just want to be as safe as possible whenever you do go into that environment, because this is obviously a super high demand item, and especially it's going to make or break a lot of people's Christmases and stuff like that. So you just want to be safe and use common sense whenever you guys go out and do this, if you do choose to go this route. Now, if you go check tonight and you do not see a window poster that states that they're getting a specific amount of stock, it's probably just going to be that they're not going to post it ahead of time, and then it's just a guessing game on how much inventory that store is going to have. That's why I would recommend to maybe try to catch them before closing to see if you can talk to somebody to confirm what their stock level is, because if they don't put that poster up there, I doubt that they're going to come by on Thanksgiving to put it up there. So it's probably going to be something where you're just going to have to hope for the best. And if you're like 8th or 9th in line and there's no poster confirming that the stock is even going to be to that level, I probably wouldn't waste your time and stay out there overnight if it's something that you're already that far behind the pack and then there's not even a guarantee that you would get your console. Instead, I would search other GameStops in the area, even if you have to make a 30-minute drive or whatever the case is. You know, if you can go somewhere else that does have the window poster up, or that does that maybe you talk to that can at least confirm stock, I would definitely recommend going that route instead. So hopefully a bunch of people are successful with the Walmart launch tonight, but in case if they're not, I did want to put out that information around GameStop to make sure that everybody's clear that they will have stock. It's a minimum of 2 per location, and that you will most likely have to camp for a significant amount of time to get that stock, and just take those extra homework steps that I mentioned to try to go ahead and make sure that you're not wasting your time before you decide to go ahead and do that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is actually Sony and what their Twitter posted today, which is actually something that it sounds like a celebration. It's like, hey guys, we had the most successful console launch ever, and it's like, yeah, that's great, but there's still so many gamers that don't have their consoles, and with the bots and scalpers, it's just been an incredibly frustrating scenario. So I know Sony's still getting a lot of heat and backlash, which is understandable, because whenever you see scalper groups posting that they have over 3,500 consoles, and then there's all these legit hardcore Sony fans that have been supporting PlayStation throughout the years, and they're just trying to actually spend their $500 with Sony and they can't do it because of stock supply issues, it really does point out the issue that we have in this day and age of online purchasing, and retailers and Sony themselves need to step up and do something to stop scalpers from being able to order 20, 30, 40 consoles at a time. It's absolutely absurd. So I hope that we do see this change in the future, but the one piece of reassurance that they did share at the end of the tweet is that they are committing to get more restock waves in before the end of the year. So if you were worried that this Black Friday deal was going to be kind of your last window before the end of the year, Sony is now stating that they will absolutely put more stock on retailer shelves before the end of the year. So just stay tuned for that news in case if this Black Friday wave doesn't work out for you. So they tweeted out this morning, "We want to thank gamers everywhere for making the PS5 launch our biggest console launch ever. Demand for the PS5 is unprecedented, so we wanted to confirm that more PS5 inventory will be coming to retailers before the end of the year. Please stay in touch with your local retailers." So I hope that now that we're kind of through this initial, super high demand section, it's still obviously in high demand until everybody ends up getting their console, but we are seeing gamers walk away with their consoles, and whenever they do satisfy that purchase, they're not going to be, it's taking people out of the pool of people that still need to get their console. So even though scalpers and bots are still going to be a thing, I do hope that we see the demand go down, especially after the Christmas time window. You got to keep in mind the reason why these things are flying off the shelves on eBay for such ridiculous prices are simply because of the fact that there's a lot of children that want this too, and parents are going to pay whatever it takes to make their kid happy on Christmas, especially if they want to make sure that they have what they want. So that's something that you kind of have to think about, and hopefully the demand on scalpers being able to charge what they are after this Christmas window will come down quite a bit. But by Sony saying that they're going to get future restock waves, that's just good news to stay motivated if you do miss out on these Black Friday restock waves at whether Walmart or GameStop. I hope as many people are successful as possible, but there's obviously always going to be people out there until we see stock normalize that don't walk away with their console. So keep it tuned in here. I will continue to cover PlayStation 5 stock updates until it seems like the stock is normalized and you can just walk into a Walmart or a Target and purchase one. That's going to be a great day when we do see that happen. But I will continue to keep you all informed with that, so make sure you just stay tuned into your favorite news sources, stay plugged in on Twitter, I can't stress that enough, and just stay on the console hunt, because we will see all retailers get restocked at some point before the end of the year. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around till the end. I did at this point in the video want to invite you all to leave me a comment. Let me know, is Walmart your step one for tonight, and then you're going to try to go to GameStop as a backup plan, or let me know whenever you are successful, hopefully at Walmart tonight. If you do secure your console, please share that with me in this video as well. I do want to wish a happy Thanksgiving to everybody and just say a super thank you. I'm incredibly grateful for the audience that we've continued to build here on Sunbro Nation, and we're not going to stop here. We're going to continue to grow together, but I just wanted to say a quick thank you, and I hope that everybody enjoys tomorrow with their families. Try not to worry about the console stock so much on Thanksgiving Day itself. I hope it doesn't mess up anybody's Thanksgiving, because I really don't want to see that happen, but I will continue to keep you guys informed with the news as we see restocks happen. So with that, guys, on your way out, if you don't mind, feel free to go ahead and join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Hit the like button on this video if you did enjoy the content today, and then make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we're in the new generation generation of gaming. With that, guys, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.